Welcome to this episode of Defender versus Offender, where we talk about the news that upsets us and the news that makes us proud to call ourselves the Chicago Defender. I'm Karis.
And I'm BJ.
And we have a lot of topics we need to cover, so let's get into it.
The first offending topic of the week is on mass shootings and gun control. The Texas Sutherland Springs shooting, where the guy goes into a church and just rapid fire to the congregation.
It was literally a 7-minute long massacre that happened, and Trump's response to it is insane.
This isn't a guns situation. This is a mental health problem at the highest level.
Yeah, it's a mental health issue, but the thing is, why is someone who has mental health issues able to get his hand on 4 firearms and nothing's being done about it? That's insane to me. It wasn't the fact that he beat his wife, his ex-wife. It wasn't the fact that he beat his stepson. It wasn't the fact that he's literally snuck guns onto the Holman Air Base. All of those issues, that's not a reason why he was even originally denied the gun in the first place. He was denied based off the fact that he decided to choke his dog out. It's insane to me that our checks are literally that weak. What do you say to those 26 people who literally lost their lives because you decided not to do your job?
Exactly. The bottom line is that America has the most mass shootings. We have the highest level of guns circulating throughout our country. We clearly need more regulation. So, gun reform, gun reform, gun reform.
Exactly. I think it just needs to be absolutely clear the fact that what we really want is to keep the guns out of the hands of people who are mentally ill, who shouldn't have guns. Will it slow down gun sales? Yeah, it will. But at this point, is it something that we actually genuinely need to protect people's lives? I think so.
For our second offending topic of the week, Mayor Rahm Emanuel and 48 Westside Alderman members have announced that they have a plan to spend $95 million on a brand new police academy that's going to be in the West Garfield Park neighborhood.
$95 million.
$95 million. The meeting held earlier this week was just to get approval to purchase the land, which costs $10 million to build the academy on. Mayor Emanuel is also proposing that Chicago could acquire $20 million from the sale of a North Side Fleet facility, $5 million from the sale of a River North firehouse, and $23 million from the sale of existing police and fire training buildings. We're going to be short by $37 million to build the facility, not to mention that $23 million of the budget sounds pretty hypothetical too.
How about we take the money that we actually have and try to invest it into the West Side?
Into the community, yeah. And shout out to Chance the Rapper for coming out both on Twitter and at the actual press conference, being the one to say something about it. For the last offending topic of the week, UK Gratias magazine and Lupita Nyong'o, who was the cover model. So they actually took a picture with her with the slick back into a ponytail with the puffball in the back. And in the final edit, they had a picture of her just with a bald head and took away the puff. Lupita, of course, was upset that they actually edited her hairstyle. And if you remember, Solange was actually upset about the same thing on another magazine cover when they took away her braids at the top of her head.
That's interesting. It goes a moment to really showcase African American women, dark skin, beautiful, and what our textured hair looks like, and have it be powerful, have it be seen by children, and let them be known that, hey, you can be dark skinned, you can have 4C hair, and you're still gorgeous. You still can be a cover of a magazine.
When you have a black actress, an African woman, come up and say, hey, you cannot edit what's naturally me to fit your ideas of what's beautiful, that's so powerful and inspiring. And I mean, telling so many African women who are young and old that you are beautiful just the way you are.
So I have some good news to close out this week.
What's up?
Virginia, that's what's up. Did you know they had their elections and basically Democrats won 49 out of the 100 seats?
Okay, you don't sound very bipartisan.
True, it's very true, but listen. Governor McAuliffe worked to get ex-felons their right to vote back.
So what I did today was to erase 115 years of really repressive tactics used to deprive people their right to vote.
That's excellent. It helps to give back the voice for people who felt pretty much disenfranchised and voiceless to begin with, which is amazing.
And this is extremely important that ex-felons are now able to vote because this changes the entire political landscape.
Did you know that in Virginia, Danica Roem, which is the open transgendered woman, got elected as a House delegate? So that's pretty cool, and I just think that's what we're seeing come into action. It's the fact that we're giving back some people's right to vote and their voices back, and this is what they're choosing to actually make a difference, which is cool. Not only that, but she actually got to be Bob Marshall, who is the delegate who tried to propose the transgender bathroom ban, so extra sweet. Thank you for tuning in for this week's episode. Before you go, quick question, are you passionate? Would you like your opinion to be heard?
Please leave a comment in the comment box below. And don't forget to tweet us using the hashtag #DefenderVersusOffender. Your comment could be featured in the next episode.
Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you. Thanks for watching.
And we'll see you next time.